People thought that the fight was fixed, though.
People are always going to think the fight is fixed. They don't understand how hard it is to do choreography, and that is tremendously difficult in a live audience. You can't stage something like that.
Well,
everybody wants to believe that, right? It's like, as a person who's done like countless hours of choreography and fight scene stuff, it is very difficult. There are hundreds of punches thrown. So, somebody could react to the wrong punch.
Not for Tyson, actually. He didn't have hundreds of punches.
Well, combined.
Right.
I remember seeing something where, of course, it's a neophyte who doesn't know anything about fighting. I saw some clip where Tyson was starting a punch.
Yeah.
And abandoned it. But as soon as he did this, Jake was already kind of moving. And so Tyson abandoned the punch. And they claim that was Tyson. Oh, he could have landed a knockout blow right there. No. He saw that he was already moving. So if the guy's already moving and I continue with that punch, it ain't gonna hit him. He's gonna hit me back. And so it's just, but you're gonna have people saying something's fixed because they grew up. What did they grow up on? Looking at movies.
Right.
They look at movies, yeah. and a lot of my people, I give it up, we are conspiracy minded. They is a big ass word. You know what they do? They said that. Who the fuck is they? It's some mustache twitch thing, like
with a cat,
omnipresent person that's like, it is they. Like, come on, and they don't think it through. Like, why would Tyson besmirch his legacy like that on purpose?
But people were also saying that he could have knocked out Roy Jones and didn't. I feel like, and you had heard rumors that they both signed contracts saying they wouldn't knock each other out and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know whether this part, I'm not sure if it's true or not. I don't think anyone wanted to see Tyson knocked out, but I think it could have happened.
Yeah, it very well could have happened.
Could have happened.
Oh, yes. Jake, like, come on. You don't know. I mean, they both threw punches meant to knock each other out. Plain and simple. So any shit you talk about, like a fix, shut the fuck up. Because even the first punch Tyson threw, if Jake didn't he could have been knocked out. And several punches that Jake threw that hit Tyson, you don't know. Sometimes a punch, you knock out somebody with a punch that you don't even feel. Like, some of the most devastating punches are punches that's thrown just with the right technique that you're not like emphasizing a lot. So you can't tell what punch is going to land a certain way. And so people don't understand when you throw a meaningful punch. I mean, what if you're throwing a punch to the body and he leans into it? You know what I mean? There's so many things that can happen. But those were punches. There were several punches that could have knocked the other person out, right? And not to script if it landed harder or if the person didn't move at the last second. And you can't practice that shit.
Well, I had Ken Shamrock on here before the fight. And this is someone who is a hardcore UFC champion and really knows the stuff way better than I do. Mm-hmm. And he told me on camera before the fight that Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson is like beating up a guy in a wheelchair. Mm. And ultimately, he was right.
Yeah, he ultimately was, because, you could see it in Tyson's legs.
His legs were awful.
Yeah, the legs were straight. Like, right. It wasn't gathering.
Yeah, and afterwards, after he lost, he had a statement. There's one of those situations when he lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time. I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood and 25 pounds in the hospital. I had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboy Stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. So I feel like he's kind of making excuses a little bit. I mean, it was a good attitude, but he also used the excuse of, the blood transfusions and everything else like that. I mean, look, ultimately, if he felt he wasn't ready, they could have pushed it back as long as he wanted to push it back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a really chance. I mean, that first punch that Tyson threw could have landed.
But it didn't.
It did. They had landed, but then, of course, just to a surprise, a good punch landed and Jake stuck his tongue out. So you know what I'm saying? So there's that as well. All right. So, yeah, you don't know. I mean, who knows how good Jake's chin is until it's checked.
Yeah.
The dude has a thick neck, and he's getting hit by somebody who's, he doesn't have the ground under him like he used to. A lot of the punches look like they were, it's the difference between if you're getting hit with the ground underneath you or when you're in the air, kind of. So it becomes more of a slap.